Brian Nickell back here at Fort Morgan High School as the boys get ready here to play game number 2 here tonight of the doubleheader. The girls go down by a count of 53-47 after they had led 3/4 of the way of this game. But the game here tonight for the boys as excuse me, Mead Mavericks come in as the number 1 ranked team in the state, number 1 in RPI. They are 18-1 overall. They played Frederick last night and won very handedly last night. They beat Frederick 72-35 last night. So they are on a roll. They were on Facebook last night. 9 News had it last night and watched that for a little bit. And a very athletic team, very tall team. Probably had 6 or 7 block shots anyway in the contest. So the Mustangs getting an opportunity to play the number 1 team in the state in the Mead Mavericks. And in this first contest with Mead, that was back on the 16th of January, Mustangs lost 88-53. In that game, Fernando Marquez with 16 points, Nick Norris with 15. But Nick Norris, as you know by now, is out for the rest of the season, as is Jacob Ortega. He will not be playing here tonight either. For the Mead Mavericks in that game, Knutson with 18 points, Jacobs with 16, as well as Ward and Bartholomew with 14. As the Mavericks won that first game 88-53. So we will see if we can get a starting here for the Mead Mavericks is going to be Noah Senna. Excuse me. It will be Elijah Knutson, a sophomore. He will be followed up by J.P. Shears, a sophomore. And then that will also be Will Mayer, as well as Trey Ward. Will Mayer is a senior, Trey Ward is a senior. So J.P. Shears is a sophomore. Elijah Knutson is a sophomore. And the other starter for the Mead Mavericks, if I can get that number, is going to be Nick Jacobs, a senior. For the Fort Morgan Mustangs, your starting lineup will be sophomore Fernando Marquez, followed by sophomore Braden Fajardo. Jackson Langford, a junior, starting tonight. David Serinana starts the game tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, a senior. And senior Adam Cardona will be your starters here tonight for your Fort Morgan Mustangs. So we'll see how they can match up here tonight with this high-flying Mead Mavericks. They average 75 points a game. So we will see what happens then. Mustangs with a shot here to try to knock off the number 1 team in the state. As J.P. Shears probably stands in at 6'5" or 6'6" anyway. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmar Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmar Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. So Adam Cardona to jump center. as they get the game ball. I'm not sure what happened to the one they used in the girls' game, but checking things out here and see how they go here for the Mustangs. 8 minutes on the scoreboard. JP Shears to jump against Adam Cardona. As they get the whistle, and JP Shears with the tip, but the Mustangs with control. As David Serenana up into the front court. Tough man-to-man defense here by Mead. Fajardo to Serenana to Langford on the far side. To Fajardo. High right wing. Now to Jackson Langford out at the point. Serenana underneath to Marquez. His shot is going to be blocked and taken away by the Mavericks. Cross-court pass now here to Knutson. Back up top to Jacobs. He's going to go underneath the Shears, and his shot blocked, and a foul is going to be called. And I believe that's on Jackson Langford. Be his first. So that will send Shears to the line to shoot 2. Shears with that first free throw is up and in. So Mead with the early 1-0 lead here. 7:21 to go here, and the first foul called. Next free throw rolls around and in. So full court pressure here by Mead. Serenana picks up his dribble now to Marquez. Marquez to Langford. Didn't get it to Fajardo when he was open. Now to Marquez. His shot is going to be blocked. Then they're going to call a foul. I don't know why there was a foul. Looked like it was a pretty clean block. But they will call that on Shears. That will be his first. So that will send Fernando Marquez to the line to shoot 2. His first free throw is off the back of the rim and no good. He will get a second as he was fouled on the shot. Next free throw up and good for Marquez. 2-1 with 7 minutes to go here, first period. Pass into the corner to Jacobs. They're going to call a travel on Jacobs. So they like to drive it down into the middle and then kick it out. 37% from behind the arc are the Mavericks. Now to Jackson Langford across the timeline. Going to dribble all the way down. His up-handed layup is up and no good. But saved by Jacobs. And then turned over in the front court by Jacobs. Fajardo backs it out. Now on the far side to Serenana. Into the lane to Marquez. Kicks it out to Langford. Langford into the lane. His shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Cardona. And I believe that is going to be the second foul on Shears. So they will probably set him down here shortly. But Adam Cardona will go to the line to shoot a couple. And his first free throw is up and in. So Shears will come out, and that will send Bartholomew into the game. So Shears with two quick fouls. Next free throw is up and good. So the Mustangs now with a 3-2 lead. Bartholomew in the lane. His little turnaround or up and no good. And the rebound is going to go to Jacobs. And now a travel on that far side is going to be called. So 3 turnovers here by Mead here early in this first period. Serenana picks up the dribble now to Langford, now to Marquez in the front court. Marquez to Fajardo in that left corner. He's going to drive it down now to Cardona, and his shot is going to be blocked by Bartholomew. Taken away by the Mavericks. Jacobs with the drive is going to kick it out now to Ward. Back to Jacobs. Now into the corner for Mayer, and that three is off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adam Cardona, his second of the night. 3-2 Mustangs. Now to Serinana, back to Fajardo. Fajardo's layup is up but no good. Going to be rebounded by Mayer. Quickly down court into the corner is going to be Knudsen for the three, and that is off the rim and no good. Going to be tipped around and out of bounds. And Fort Morgan basketball. If they get the ball back to Jackson Langford, to Serinana. Double team now to Marquez. Marquez to Langford. Langford's going to drive that baseline. His shot is going to be up, but it's going to be blocked, taken away by Jacobs, his third rebound. Now in the far corner, back up to the top to Jacobs. Jacobs going to drive the lane. His layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Bartholomew. And he is going to be fouled. And that will be on Adam Cardona, his first, team second. So to the line will be Bartholomew to shoot two. That free throw is in and out for Bartholomew. So the Mustangs lead at 3-2, 4:48 to go here in this first period. That free throw is no good, but rebounded to Cardona, his third of the night. Shot is going to be up and no good, and then taken by Ward. That ball is going to be intercepted by Fajardo. Now to Marquez for a three, and that is off the rim and no good. Then out of bounds, and it's going to be off of the Mustangs. Mead gets the ball in the backcourt with Will Mayer. He's going to hand it off to Knudsen out at the point. Now over into the corner to Jacobs, then underneath to Ward for the layup. That is going to be up and good for the 4-3 lead here for Mead. Serinana into the front court. Going to hand it off to Fajardo, being guarded closely. That ball is going to be taken away. That was a pretty slick steal there by the Mead Mavericks. Jacobs now on that far side. He's going to kick it back up top to Ward. Ward now over to the corner, and that three is going to be up and no good, and taken away by Cardona. Underneath to Langford. Langford's layup is up and good. It had to roll around about three times, but it finally went in. Mavericks down court very quickly as they get to Bartholomew at the right baseline. His little left-handed layup is going to be up and good for Bartholomew. 6-5 Mavericks. Jackson Langford into the front court, being guarded by Jacobs. Now to Serinana. Almost out to half court, being guarded by Mayer. Now over into the corner to Marquez. Marquez with a spin move, and now to Cardona. His little hook is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Ward. And now to Bartholomew, and then that ball is going to be stripped. Nice job there by Adam. Oh, it was off of. They're saying it's, now they're having a discussion. I thought it maybe had rolled off of the, it was knocked out of the hands of Bartholomew, and then, so it will be a turnover, and Mustangs will take possession here as they're behind by one, 6-5 with 2:44 to go here in this first period. And I have 6 turnovers so far for Mead and only 1 for the Mustangs. Marquez quickly down the lane, and they're going to call a travel. I thought maybe one of the other refs was going to come in and call it, that he was pushed, but no such luck. So Mead with possession as Mayer gets the ball up into the front court on the right side. Now out front to Knutson for the three, and that is up and no good. Rebounded underneath and finally taken away. No, it's going to be Mustang ball, as trying to see who that is. That is Tenor. Came down with the rebound, but then he was laying, when he rolled around there, ended up rolling out on the baseline. So Sarianana up across the timeline as Chris Schneider gets ready to check in at the next dead ball. 2:08 to go, 6-5 Mead. As Marquez keeps that dribble alive. And then it's going to be taken away by Bartholomew. 3 turnovers here by the Mustangs. Trey Ward down the lane now to Bartholomew. Through his hands, Knutson brings it back out past the three-point line. Now on the near side to Ward. They're going to get it underneath to Bartholomew. He's being bellied up by Cardona. Now the three by Knutson, and that is up and good for Elijah Knutson. 9-5 Mead. Minute 27 to go here. Nick Beltran into the game for the Mustangs. And that ball is going to be tipped and taken away. And then I'm not sure what the... I guess it was tipped out of bounds, but a number of substitutions here now for the Mead Mavericks. As Jacob McGill is into the game along with Tanner Lysick. And a deep three by Knutson. Up and good by Knutson. They're going to have to go out and get a hand in his face. 12-5 here all of a sudden by the Mead Mavericks. Nick Beltran going to dribble it down. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded and tipped out to Marquez. Marquez and Nick Beltran drives it. And then the Mustangs with the foul, and that will be on McGill. As the Mustangs get it in on the far side. And now, they're going to call an offensive foul on Fernando Marquez. So 5 turnovers now for the Mustangs, 7 for the Mead Mavericks. Knutson's going to stop and pop for a 3, and he is on. He has found the range. 9 points here in this first period, all from behind the arc. 10-point lead all of a sudden here by Mead, 15-5. And Sarianana gets it on the far side to Schneider. Now Marquez with the drive, and he is going to draw the foul. And that will be on Bartholomew. That will be his first. But Fernando Marquez will go to the line to shoot 2, where he is 1 of 2 early on. 15-5 Mavericks. And that free throw is up and good. But that lead is coming mostly from Elijah Knutson with 9 points, 3 threes once he got lit up. And that free throw is up and good by Marquez. So Briggs Wheatley into the game for the Mustangs, as well as Jesse Campa. Knutson being guarded by Wheatley. Knutson down that left side, and he's going to stop and pop for the 3, and that is up and no good. Going to be rebounded, tipped around, and finally taken away. And then a late foul is going to be called on the Mustangs. And that will be on Nick Beltran. That will be his first, team third. As Knutson will inbounds with 3.2 seconds to go, and they get it into Bartholomew in the corner. And that shot is going to be well short. That will not count, but the Mustangs are down 15-7 here as that first period comes to an end. We'll go back and get a sponsor here. The first Fort Morgan basket of the game is brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill works with the community to make sure there are jobs for the members of the communities they're in. Leading the way for the Mavericks in that first period was Knutson with 9. And then Trey Ward with 2, as well as Jacob Bartholomew, and J.P. Shears also with 2. For the Mustangs, Fernando Marquez with 3. He is followed up by Jackson Langford with 2, as well as Adam Cardona with 2. As fouls are concerned, Marquez with 1, Langford with 1, Beltran with 1, and Cardona with 1. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics. So it looks like Mead will have first possession here of this second period. So Briggs Wheatley, along with Chris Schneider, Nick Beltran, Adam Cardona, and David Serinana on the floor for the Mustangs. Here down 8, 15-7. On the far side is Jacobs. He gets it back for the 3, and that is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Chris Schneider. Gets it into the hands of Beltran as he gets it up past the midcourt line. His layup drive is going to come up short, and that's going to be rebounded by McGill. Knutson, he's going to hand it off over on that far side. And then underneath to Shears is who is back in. He misses that one. That is up and no good. And then I see if they're going to call a foul on Shears. Just out of, they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Mead. So Serinana with it in the backcourt, being guarded by Knutson. So he gets it up into the front court, picks up his dribble, and they jump on him immediately. Now Schneider down that right side is going to get it to Beltran out on the high left wing. Beltran for the 3, and that is off the backboard and good for Nick Beltran. 15-10. Over on the far side now to McGill, up top to Jacobs. Jacobs going to drive it down. He's going to kick it off into the corner to Lysick, and then knocked out of bounds off of Adam Cardona. 15-10 Mavericks. Into the game now is Trey Ward, and Knutson will take a seat. Trey Ward will inbounds right baseline of their basket. As they get it into the corner, they're going to call an illegal screen. Nice job there by the ref as they get an illegal screen on Jacob McGill. That will be his second, as he was setting up a screen for Tanner Lysick. So 15-10, 6:46 to go here, second period. Man-to-man defense here for Mead. Gets it to Beltran out on the high right wing. Back to Schneider out at the point. He's being guarded out there by McGill. Got to get it to somebody. Then the ball to Cardona. It was tipped to Cardona. Now layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Chris Schneider. His shot up and no good. And then taken away by Shears. Jacobs now drives it down that far side. He's going to kick it back out front to Trey Ward. He's being guarded by Serinana. Trey Ward at the right elbow, and that is going to be up and good by Ward. And then a foul called, a foul is going to be called. I believe the basket was good, but a foul was called after the shot, I believe, and that foul is going to go on. They're going to say that is on Shears, so that would be his third. So Fajardo into the game, as well as Mac Eccles. Now full court press here once again by Mead. There's Tanner Lysik being guards Nick Beltran. Nick Beltran going to lay it up and off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be taken away by Jacobs, his 4th rebound of the night. And then knocked out of bounds on the far side by the Mustangs. So Mead will retain possession, up 18-10. As they have a question here at the scorers table. Not sure what they were questioning here. They have 18. It was 15 with a 2, so it should be 17 to 10. 17 to 10. They had counted it. I guess they'd put it up as a 3. Okay, now we're good. 17 to 10. Mead as we play with 5:48 to go. We'll get action back here again. With Trey Ward going to drive it down. His layup is going to be no good, but he was fouled before the shot. And that will be on Nick Beltran. That will be his 2nd. 5 team fouls on the Mustangs, 6 on the Mavericks. Now they get it into Jacobs. His little left-handed layup is going to be up and good for Jacobs. His first bucket of the night. 19 to 10 Mavericks. Fajardo being double teamed, and then the ball is going to be kicked by Tanner Lysik. Nick Beltran comes out. Fernando Marquez into the game for the Mustangs. As Fajardo will inbounds just in front of the Mead bench for the Mustangs. They do get it in to Briggs Wheatley, to Adam Cardona. He's going to drive it down. His layup is going to be up and no good, but he's going to be fouled on the shot. And let's see who they're going to put that on. And that will be on Tenor. That will be his first. So Adam Cardona with a chance to go back to the line once again, where he is 2 of 2. Mustangs are down 9, 19 to 10. 5:22 to go. First free throw is up and good. 3 points for the night for Adam Cardona, all from the free throw line. So he gets the ball back, bounces it a few times, and that free throw is up and good for Adam Cardona. Now up quickly will be Will Mares. He's going to hand it off to Ward, going to drive it down, and that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds off of the Mustangs at the baseline. So they will inbounds. Mead will inbounds right baseline of their basket. They get it underneath, and it's going to be tipped by the Mustangs, but retained by Mead. Jacobs with the right-handed layup is going to be up and no good, into the hands of Tenor. And let's see if they're going to call a jump. That possession will go to the Mustangs. They get the ball in to Wheatley. Back to Fajardo on the far side. 19 to 12. Now a turnover in the backcourt. Tipped out of bounds by Fajardo, I believe. Now they're going to talk about it. Fajardo thought it was off of Mead, and it is off of Mead. As Fajardo reached in there and it went off the leg of, I believe it was Jacob McGill. So not Will Tenor. Layup is up and no good. Rebounded by Cardona. And then taken by Trey Ward as he is fouled on this far end, and that is going to be on Fernando Marquez. That will be his 2nd. They will inbounds left baseline of their basket. Jackson Langford into the game for Fernando Marquez. 4:36, 19-12. Oh, that ball is going to be stuck. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a body foul on Langford. That will be his second. And that will send Ward to the line to shoot 2. So the Mustangs keeping this game close, as that first free throw is up and good by Ward. So into the game now will be Jesse Campa along with David Serinana for Briggs Wheatley and Jackson Langford. So foul shot number 2 coming up for Ward, and that is up and good. 6 points on the night for Ward. Full court pressure here once again by Mead. Up 9. Adam Cardona in the front court, going to drive it down to the right baseline, and now they're going to call an offensive foul on the Mustangs. And that will be on Fajardo, his first. So Mustangs down 9, 21-12, 4:24 to go here. Here in this second period. Up into the front court is Mayers. He's going to hand it off to Jacobs. Now he's going to stop and pop for the 3. That's off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Tenor. Now over on the far side to Mayer. Now at the baseline to Ward. He's going to drive it down now into the corner. And that 3 is going to be up and no good. And now a foul is going to be called underneath. A push foul, I believe. Will that be on Will Tenor? That will be his second. As the Mustangs will go to the free throw line with 4:01 left here in this second period. And that will send Adam Cardona back to the line, where he is 4 of 4 so far tonight. 21-12. Just a 1-and-1 right now for Cardona. That free throw is up and good. Talk about a line drive type of foul shot. He doesn't get a lot of elevation, but it goes in. So you can't argue with him with the way he shoots his free throws. That is off the front of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jacobs, his 5th of the night unofficially. Now Mayer hands it off to Ward out at the top. He's going to drive it into the lane. Little turnaround is going to be wiped off and going to be called for the travel on the spin move. Trey Ward doesn't believe it, but they called it now to the Mustangs as they get it to Briggs Wheatley. Cross court now to Serinana, now into the corner underneath to Campa. Up with the bucket is Jesse Campa. Nice movement there by the Mustangs. 21-15. They're down 6 with 3:32 to go. That was a travel. They're going to call a travel out front on Jacobs. That is 12 turnovers so far by Mead. Unofficially here, have 6 so far for the Mustangs. Mac Eccles into the game. Jesse Campa getting trapped out at mid-court, and now a timeout is going to be called. 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here as the Mustangs are doing a good job playing with the number 1 team in 4A, as they are only down 21-15. Previous game, they were down 43-26 at halftime. So good job here by the Mustangs to stay in this game. Colorado Plains Medical Center, CPMC, has experienced physicians and a highly trained surgical team trained in the latest surgical procedures. Explore what procedures are possible in your hometown. High Plains Bank, see what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins, offering you a variety of banking needs, including agriculture and personal loans. So Mac Eccles to inbounds, far side, just in the front court. As they get it in to Serinana, now to Fajardo out on the high right wing to Eccles. Eccles for the 3, and that is off the rim and no good. going to be rebounded. I believe that is Ward. And then the layup at the far end is going to be no good, going to be rebounded by Campa. Sarignana crosses the timeline, picks up his dribble now to Fajardo, but it's going to be tipped away from him. And then taken back away by the Mustangs to Fajardo. Then Fajardo's shot is going to be blocked. How do they call a foul? The shot, they had a foul. I don't know how they call that. His shot was blocked and he got the ball back. So how they call that a travel, I'm not sure. But Mead with possession. Now to Knutson underneath Jacobs and then to Ward. Ward being trapped now on the near side to Jacobs once again underneath the Ward. Ward being guarded by Sarignana. Ward underneath, and now an offensive foul is going to be called as they're calling for a hook. And that will go against Ward. That will be his first. And now Mead will call a timeout, but we will just keep it right here. The Mustangs still down 6, 21-15. So a nice job here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs to play here with the number 1 team in Class 4A. Western Engineering Consultants, engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. So next up for the Mustangs, they will be at Frederick on Friday, as well as the girls. They will also be there. The girls will be at 5:30. The boys will be at 7. A team that Mead just beat last night by a score of 72-35. So we will see what happens with the last. After this game, there will be 2 left, and then the Mustangs will finish out at home on the 21st of February. That will be Roosevelt here to play the Mustangs. 21-15, been that score for a little while. As the Mustangs inbounds to Sarignana, now to Fajardo. Fajardo back to Sarignana. To Cardona, now to Eccles for the 3, and that is up and good. Mac Eccles buries the triple. Now it's going to be taken away on the far side. Nice job over there. It's going to be a jump, but it's going to be retained by Mead. So a 3-point game here with 2:15, 21-18. As they will inbounds far side. Will Mayer gets it inbounds to Ward. Ward's going to drive that baseline. Now up top to Mayer, and that is up and no good. But rebounded by Bartholomew, and that 3 is up and no good. Tipped around and taken away by Mayer. And now the 3 by Mayer, and that is going to be up and good for Will Mayer. Now to Fajardo, 24-18. Fajardo being guarded, now a foul out front by Knutson. His first. But that will send Fajardo to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. His first trip to the free throw line here tonight. Well, that's 10 team fouls, excuse me, so he will shoot 2. So Braden Fajardo at the line. That free throw is up and good. His first point of the night. 5-point lead for the Mavericks, 24-19. Minute 45 to go here in this first half. Next free throw up and also good. Mead up into the front court quickly underneath the Bartholomew. Out on the far side, and that 3 is going to be up and good by Jacobs. 27-20. Jesse Campa down court to Mac Eccles. His shot is going to be no good, and then out of bounds. Who are they saying is out of bounds on? Out of bounds off of Mead, so Fort Morgan will retain possession. Mac Eccles to inbounds. Almost at the baseline. They do get it into Sarignana. He's trapped now underneath, and that shot is going to be blocked and off of Bartholomew, so the Mustangs will retain possession as they will now inbounds left baseline of their basket. Mac Eccles to inbounds. And they do get it into Fajardo out at the left high wing. Fajardo into the lane. His layup is going to be up and no good. Now they're going to call an offensive foul on Fajardo. Be his second. So 4 turnovers here in this period by the Mustangs. Briggs Wheatley in for Fajardo with 1:12 to go. Mustangs down 7, 27-20. This was a 15-7 contest at the end of one in favor of the Mavericks. Now on the far side to Mayer. He's going to drive it down, and he is going to be... Nope. The shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Campa. Into the hands of Briggs Wheatley. Briggs Wheatley up into the front court. He's going to pop for the 2, and that is up and no good. Going to be off of the Mustangs and out of bounds. Off of the rebound. That will be off of Eccles. 48.6 seconds to go here. 27-20 Mavericks. As Jacobs, that's Will Mayer, picks up his dribble. Now it's going to be taken away by David Sarignana. Sarignana, that should be a goaltending, it looked like, but they're going to call a clean block. Now Briggs Wheatley to Mac Eccles for the 3, and that is up and good. Mac Eccles once again drains the 3 with 23 seconds to go. 4-point game, 27-23 Mavericks with under 20 seconds. Down to 15. Trey Ward going to hand it off up front to Mayer. Now into the corner for Knutson. That 3 is up and good. With 4 seconds. Now to Campa. They got to shoot it. Eccles for the 3. If it counts, if it goes, it would count, but it does not. The Mustangs find themselves down 7, 30-23 here at the halftime. 30-23, I believe that's what I said, not 30-27, 30-23. So we will take a 3-minute break and be back with the halftime show here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickell back here at Fort Morgan High School as the last 10 seconds run off of the halftime clock. So we'll see if Fort Morgan can take it at this center for Mead, J.P. Shears. He has 3, but the kid that's hurting him tonight is Elijah Knutson with 12 points, all from behind the arc. But Mac Eccles has done a nice job off the bench tonight. He has had 2 threes for his 6 points. So now Fort Morgan will get possession here to start off this first half, or the second half. They get the ball into David Sarignana. Picks up his dribble. That could have been a foul without any problem on Shears. Now Fajardo stepped back for the 3, and that is off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jacobs. That is 6 unofficially for Jacobs. That 3 is going to be up and good for Mayer. So David Sarignana up into the front court, being guarded there by Mayer. Now Fajardo on this. They're going to call it. I thought that would be a travel. It just took him a while to get the whistle in his mouth. I believe. But first turnover here in this first part of the third quarter here for the Mustangs. They're down 10, 33-23. They're going to hand it off now to Mayer. He's going to give it to Knutson out on the high left wing. Back up top to Jacobs. He's going to drive it down. Now he's going to hand it off to Mayer. He's going to pop for the 3. Up and good for Mayer. So they're going to have to go out. That's his 3rd of the night. So all of a sudden a 13-point lead here for the Mead Mavericks. 36-23. Ball knocked away, taken by Fajardo. They're going to drive it all the way in. Left-handed layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be taken away by Shears. Down court quickly to Ward. He's going to pop for the 3, and that is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Shears. Now over to the corner. I believe that's Knutson. That is up and good for Knutson. So 9 quick points here. The Mustangs are down 16, 39-23. And a full timeout is going to be taken, so we'll take one with them here as the Mustangs down 39-23 here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 6:28 to go here, third period. 9-0 run here by the Mead Mavericks. The Mustangs get the ball into the front court. Adam Cardona going to give it off to Jackson Langford. He's going to drive it in. His shot is going to be blocked and taken away by Shears. His 6th rebound of the night. Into the hands now of Trey Ward. He's going to drive it down. He's going to stop for the 2, and that is up and no good. Rebounded by Fajardo. Fajardo brings it up into the front court. He's going to hand it off to Sarignana out at the point. Back to Fajardo out on the high right wing. Now to Jackson Langford out at the point to Sarignana on the left side. Shot is going to be blocked and then taken away. And then down court is going to be Mayer for the 2. Mustangs get it up into the front court. Jackson Langford drives it down, and they're going to call it travel on Langford. So turnover number 2 for the Mustangs here as they have yet to score. Down 18, 41-23. Quickly up court to Ward in the lob underneath. Nice. Oh, that looked like a clean block, and then Shears just lost his balance. But they're going to call Jackson Langford, I believe, for the foul from the back. That will be on Langford. That will be his 3rd. That will send Shears to the line to shoot 2. He was 2 for 2 in that first quarter. So he can make it a 20-point lead here with these 2 free throws. Mustangs have yet to score in this third period. That free throw rolls around and is good. So Jesse Campa into the game for Jackson Langford. With one more shot coming up here for J.P. Shears, a sophomore. Next free throw rolls around and out. Cardona with the rebounds, unofficially with 6. Full court pressure here by Mead as Cardona gets it up court quickly. The layup is going to be up and good. Nice job there by Adam Cardona. Ward now out on the high right wing is going to drive it down. He's going to kick it out to Knutson for the 3, and that is up and good for Knutson. Now up court to Fajardo. Fajardo with a head fake. Keeps the dribble alive. 20-point lead here taken away and then out of bounds. Off of the Mavericks. Briggs Wheatley in for Braden Fajardo. Mustangs will inbounds on the right baseline. Gets it into Cardona. Cardona at the right wing now gives it to Wheatley. Now Fernando Marquez has the ball tipped away. Goes and picks it up. Keeps that dribble alive. Now the baseline, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and quickly down court. And there's going to be a foul called. That rebound was by Ward, his 5th. The layup is no good, and the foul is going to go on David Sarignana. That is his 1st. That will send Mayer to the line to shoot 2. This will be his 1st trip to the line tonight for Will Mayer. Mustangs are down now 21. As they have put 2 points on the board here so far. And the next free throw is up and also good. Almost thrown away by the Mustangs, and now a blocking foul. And that will go on Knutson. That will be his 2nd. Nice job by Briggs Wheatley to draw that foul. As they will now inbounds in front of the scorer's table at midcourt. As they need to get it in, they do get it in, and bounce pass back to Wheatley to Cardona. Cardona underneath to Briggs Wheatley. His shot is up and good for Briggs Wheatley. Quickly down court, Knutson hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs with a layup is going to be up and good. Bounce pass now over to Fajardo. Fajardo into the front court to Jesse Campa. Campa's shot is going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul. And I believe that will be on Jacobs. That will only be his first. But that will send Jesse Campa to the line to shoot two. This Mead team is very athletic as they have taken over here in this third period. First free throw is around and out. They do get the ball down the floor quickly, and they will take their outside shots whenever possible. Next free throw up and good for Jesse Campa. 3 points on the night for Campa. Nick Jacobs for the three. Off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Cardona. 7 rebounds. Layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Shears. Going to hand it off to Ward. Ward's going to hand it off now to Mayer for the three, and that is in and out. Rebounded by Cardona. Briggs Wheatley across the timeline to Marquez. Up for the two and up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jacobs. They get it up into the hands of Ward. And that ball is going to be taken away by the Mustangs. Turnover number 2 for Mead. Briggs Wheatley with the left-handed layup is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ward as he gets the ball down. Layup is going to be up and good by Will Mayer. 51-28. Mead pulling away here in this third period. 2:56 to go, 51-28. Tight defense here now underneath to David Serinana. Up and good. Serinana got behind the defense there. His first bucket of the night. Now to Ward. Now the ball is going to be tipped away underneath. Fernando Marquez with the layup is going to be up and good for Marquez. And now a timeout is going to be taken here by the Mustangs. Just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. The girls lost tonight 53-47 after they had led for about 3.5 quarters. They had led 14-8 at the end of one, 24-19 at the break, then 40-32, and then were outscored 21-7 in that fourth period to go down 53-47. So up next for the Mustangs will be Friday night. They will be at Frederick, boys and girls games, 5:30 and 7. John Beltran with a call on those games. So the Mustangs, 9 points in this period. 21 for the Mead Mavericks. So Mead will inbounds far into the court as they get the ball into the hands of Will Mayer. Will Mayer drives it. Will hand it off now to Nick Jacobs out high. Over in the corner now to McGill underneath. Shot is going to be up and good by Ward. And then a foul is going to be called on the shot, I believe. And they're going to call that on Mac Eccles. That will be his first. TJ Ward will go to the line to shoot one. So the Mustangs, Nick Beltran into the game. Picks up his dribble now to Fernando Marquez. Back to Nick Beltran. Beltran to Briggs Wheatley underneath. And then it's going to be taken away in the front court by Mead. Ward, we're going to call a foul now down on the baseline. So we will see who that is going to be on. That will be on Fernando Marquez. That will be his third. So Will Mayer inbounds. He gets it back from Ward. And that three is going to be up and good by Mayer. With a minute 51 to go, 57-32. Nick Beltran with possession, keeps that dribble alive. He's going to drive it down, and his little jumper is going to be up and good from the left side. Nick Beltran with 5 on the night. Ball is going to be taken away, and then taken away back. And the shot is going to be up and good by Jacob Bartholomew. It's almost taken away. And they're going to call that foul. That will be on Fernando Marquez. Bartholomew will go to the line to shoot 1. And that free throw is up and good. As looks like Fort Morgan, David Sarinana coming into the game. And he came in for Fernando Marquez with 1:33 to go here in this third period, 60-34. Mead, not a good pass as that was taken away. Now cross-court pass over to Jacobs for the 3, and that is off the rim. And it does finally go in for Jacobs. So they are launching them from downtown now. A 29-point lead here for the Mead Mavericks as the Mustangs do get it up into the front court. Mac Eccles for the 3, and that is up and good. Mac Eccles with his third 3 of the night. 63-37. Now on the near side to Ward. He's going to pop for the 3, and that is up and good. So raining 3s here in this third period. That ball is going to be tipped and taken away. Not a good pass by Nick Beltran. Now he's going to drive that baseline, and that is going to be up and good. And that will be Ward with the bucket. And that foul is going to be on Chris Schneider, his first. And that will send Ward to the line to shoot 1. 68-37. Free throw is up, around, and no good. Going to be rebounded and up and good by Ward. Gets his own rebound. Now the Mustangs, Fernando Marquez back into the game. His shot is going to be up and no good on the layup. Rebounded by Adam Cardona. As he is going to be fouled as he goes up with it. And I believe that is going to be on Jacob McGill. That will be his third. So Adam Cardona to the line to shoot a couple. 5 of 6 so far from the night for Adam. 27.9 seconds to go. Free throw is up and good for Adam Cardona. .32 lead here. Once it gets to 35 points in the fourth quarter, a running clock somewhat. But they do stop it for free throws. Now Ward on a bad pass tries to get it to Mayer. I don't know what they're calling here. Trying to see what they do. Technical foul on number 5. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he said something. 4th turnover of the period. But a technical foul on Trey Ward. So Mac Eccles will go to the line to shoot the technicals. So I'm not sure just what he must have said something to catch the referee's ear. Free throw is off the back of the rim and no good with 21.9 seconds. Mac Eccles' free throw number 2 is up and good. So it will be possession to the Mustangs as what they're looking at out here. They're looking at something here. I'm not sure what they're. I'm not sure what's going on down here with something over in the crowd. They're getting, I'm not sure just what they're doing. Is there, looks like they have both athletic directors from both schools. I'm not just sure exactly what's going on. A couple of guys over there in the front row creating some havoc, I guess. Somebody over there looks like they're filming it. I'm not sure just what. Oh, somebody in that for Mead over there is. Looks like they're going to escort somebody out from the Mead crowd over there, a young kid over there. Well, yeah, I mean, he's teens, he may be out of school. I'm not sure what the deal is going on over there, but it was enough to get the referee's attention. They got him kicked out as the Mustangs get the ball in the back court. 20 seconds to go here. 30-point lead here for the Mead Mavericks, 70-40. Now to Marquez, they're going to call a foul out front on the push. That's a good foul call. And that is going to be on Tenor. That will be his third. Only the team's sixth. So the Mustangs will inbounds far side with Fernando Marquez. We do get it into Sariñana with 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Now to Marquez. Marquez going to pop for the three, and then his foul or his shot is going to be blocked at the buzzer. So at the end of 3. It is Mead 70, the Mustangs 40 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mead back here in first possession here, tried to a lob underneath. That shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Jackson Langford. And then a foul is going to be called on Mead. Should be shooting fouls now, and that looks like that will be on Bartholomew, I believe. Only 16 fouls. They're going to call that, yes, on Bartholomew. That will be his second. As David Sariñana brings it down across the timeline. Gives it off to Marquez over on the high right wing. Now to Fajardo, back to Marquez out high. Marquez keeps that dribble alive. Bounce pass to Fajardo. Fajardo with the layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Bartholomew. Now into the corner to Lysick. Now underneath. Layup is going to be up and good by Will Tenor. Now that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds on the far side by Tanner Lysick. So the Mustangs, the inbounds, they do get it to Sariñana in the back court. Being guarded over there by Mayer. He's going to drive it all the way down. His shot's going to come up just short. Going to be rebounded by Lysick. Now Will Mayer brings it up. He's being guarded by Marquez out on the high right wing. Screen there. Mayer keeps that dribble alive. Now underneath and over into the corner to Tenor. He's going to have it out to Mayer. Mayer now to Bartholomew. Back to Mayer. Now over here on the near side to Lysick. That three is up and good for Lysick. So now a 35-point lead. So a running clock now for Mead. As the Mustangs work the ball in the offensive end. Underneath now to Cardona. His shot up and no good. Rebounded by Jackson Langford. His shot is up and good. 75-42 Mead. They came alive here in this second quarter, in this second half. Now into the hands of Will Tenor. Mayer with the three, and that is up and good. 78-42. Mustangs work their offense here. As they look to get it underneath. Marquez with a three, and that is off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Tenor. Unofficially his fourth. Now down court quickly, and that shot is going to be up and no good, but it's going to be rebounded and put back in by Bartholomew. So they're kind of showing here in this second half why they're the number one team in the state. 80-42. Cardona with a shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Lysy. Mayer's going to stop and pop for the three, and that is off the rim and no good. That was going to be a foul on the shot, and the shot is going to go in for McGill. And the foul is going to be on Langford. That will be his fourth. But McGill with his first bucket of the night. That will send McGill to the line to shoot one. As Fernando Marquez fills the lane. So Jacob McGill with the free throw, around and out, rebounded by Tenor. And then a travel is going to be called on the Mead Mavericks, as the Mustangs will inbounds as they are down 40 as time runs here. 82-42. It didn't look like it was going to be this kind of ball game at halftime. Only a 7-point lead for the Mead Mavericks, but they scored 40 in that third period. 40 points in one period. Fort Morgan was 17. Layup is going to be up and good by Fernando Marquez. 82-44, 4 minutes to go here in the contest. Almost a foul. Now a three is going to be up and no good. And rebounded finally by Jesse Campa. Braden Fajardo to Campa. Campa's shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Tenor. Unofficially 6 for Tenor. See, that is Santiago, number 22, into the game for Mead. Out front with the ball. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Braden Fajardo. Fajardo all the way up for the bucket. Up and good for Braden Fajardo. Pass quickly down court. That shot is going to go up and good. I'm not sure who that is, but we're going to have to get him in here someplace. That three is going to be up and good. 84-46 with a timeout here taken by the Mustangs with 3:02 to go. Let's see if I can find a name for that young man, and I believe that he is going to be Tecu, T-E-C-U. So his first points of the night. 84-46. 3:02 left here. As the Mustangs get the ball into the hands of Nick Beltran, who has come into the game for the Mustangs. Chris Schneider also into the game. Jesse Campa, Briggs Wheatley, Mac Eccles on the floor for the Mustangs. Now to Jesse Campa out on the high right wing. 2:46 to go. Ball tipped around, Campa back with it. Campa's going to drive it down. Now a hand foul. Let's see who they're going to call that on. They're going to call that on Tenor. That will be his fourth. So that will send Jesse Campa to the line to shoot two. Actually, it's a 1-and-1, but his first one did go in, so he will earn the second. 4 points on the night for Campa. 84-47. Next free throw up and good. Mustangs on defense now into the corner to Santiago. Now over on the high right wing to Taku. Taku's going to drive it down. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to get his own rebound. Now that three is going to be up, and that is going to be good by Bassan. So they can hit the threes, let me tell you what. So 2:05 to go, 87-48. Nick Beltran to the layup. His shot is going to be up and no good. And then a jump is going to be called possession arrow to the Mustangs. A minute 50 and counting here as the clock runs, 87-48. Get it into Tampa. To Mac Eccles out on the high left wing to Beltran. Left wing. Now to Eccles in the lane. Eccles' shot is going to roll out and no good. Going to be rebounded by Lysick. Now on the back up top to Lysick as he gets it back from Santiago. Santiago on that high left wing. Dribbles it to the left elbow. Doesn't give it back up top to Lysick. Minute 16, 87-48. And that three is going to be up and good. I'm trying to see who that is. That is going to be Santiago with a three. So Nick Beltran, he's going to pop for a three, and that's off the side of the rim and no good. Off of Lysick and out of bounds. So the Mustangs will inbound right baseline. Why are they stopping the clock? I didn't know they stopped the clock when it went out of bounds when they're up 90-48. Shot is going to be up and good by Beltran right at the bucket. As Mead now in possession of the ball, and that shot is going to be up and no good, going to be tipped around and taken by Campa, his fourth unofficially tonight. Mac Eccles on that right wing. Now a travel, what a late call. Down to 20 seconds, we'll see if they even get the ball put back into play here. 40-point spread here, 90-50. I don't think that Mead will take another shot here, but they broke it open in that third period, scoring 40 points. They scored 10 more than they had the whole game up until then. Outscored them 40-17. And that is the way this game will come to an end. As the Mustangs fall by 40, 90-50. We will take a 3-minute break and then be back with the postgame show here on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.